Welcome back, everybody. If you're a current subscriber, good to see you again. If you just clicked on the video to check out the KLX Delkevic pipe setup here, remember to click subscribe. It don't cost you nothing. So today what I got is I ordered the Delkevic head pipe. I already have the oval, 14-inch oval stainless steel Delkevic slip-on the bike. So today this came in. It is the Delkevic, basically a power bomb, like FMF type header. This was $119, free shipping, but you have to pay tax on your state, whatever your state tax is. Of course, you get the pipe. The clamp is already on the back. You have your collar clamp here, and then you get a little copper washer which will go and get crushed up here against the head. So they give you that, and they also give you Delkevic always gives you a little tube of sealant. If you prefer to put this sealant on here where the slip-on goes in, I never do that. I never have any leak issues when I put these pipes on and clamp them, and plus on occasion I'm removing. There are certain times where I do put the stock quiet pipe on if I want to be very stealthy somewhere. So I never do the silicone in here because it just makes a mess if you're taking them, you know, on and off all the time. So on the bike, it's pretty simple. You have your two nuts up here on the collar. They're 12 millimeter. I already cracked those loose. Then of course you have your clamp here on the back, and you take those loose. And I'm not going to bore you with a bunch of removal and stuff here. I'm going to go ahead and get these bolts off, and I will just make sure I don't have my slip-on loosened. So I'm going to make sure that when I take these nuts off and the clamp that I can pull this out of here without removing the slip-on. We'll go ahead and see how that works, and I'll let you know whether it does work or doesn't work, and we'll go from there. Stay tuned. Okay, we've got the new bomb on here. So it was not too bad. You have your pipe. This is the stock pipe. Take your nuts off, and just be careful. I used a small socket like this, a shallow, but even this one was a little kind of thick up here at the top as far as getting in, but it gets in there and you break them loose. And they're not very tight. I mean, you got to give them a little bit of a tweak, but they come off, then they'll spin off with your finger. So you take these nuts off, and then of course you got your clamp on the back. Loosen it up very well so you can move it around, and then all you got to do is take your collar here, slide it off the studs and out to the heat shield, and everything will pull right off and out of there. Then you want to get a pick tool. Get a pick tool like this, and you'll get up right where the pipe goes in the head and just jam this in there. Boop, you can pop this out. You'll see how this one is flat. The new one will be round like a copper pipe. Then it crushes when you tighten it up. So make sure you put that in. Then I slid the pipe into the slip-on, over the slip-on in the back, and then just took this and worked it in. And I can't stress enough, do not don't put your nut in the socket and go in here and start trying to tighten it. You'll cross thread the crap out of them. It's tough to get in there with your fingers, it's a pain, but you want to start those nuts with your fingers because they should start real easy and spin right on until they get tight against the collar clamp. And then you can work back and forth with. Now, I don't know the torque specs on this from the factory. You could use the factory torque specs, I'm sure, but I just go back and forth, and you'll see the end of the thread sticking out of the nut. I just make sure I keep those even as I tighten it up, and then just give it a little snug fit. And you'll want to check these after you run a little bit in case that washer wasn't crushed the whole way, and you might need to give them another little tweak after a run or so. So you want to make sure you check that and do that. I'm not going to give this thing a run. It's getting dark out and we had rain all day, so I'm not going to take this out for a run tonight. I will fire it up here for you quick just to hear it. I don't know if there'll be any sound difference with this compared to the pipe, but I'll see if it did help the low end at all here when I get a chance to get it out whenever the all the hurricane rain and tropical storm rain is done. So I'm going to go ahead and fire it up here. Give it a little revvy. All right, that wraps it up. I'm gonna go eat supper now. Somebody's screaming my name. I will give maybe a quick update on, I'll get it out for a run. It probably won't give it much power, but sometimes the power bombs will always give you a little bit of low end. So I'll get it out for a run, and I'll also let you know, a lot of guys will probably ask if it gets cherry red. Some of you guys say your factory one gets cherry red, so I'll check that out too and see what happens. Like, subscribe, share, comment, get on your KLX, get outside. See ya.